Okay, guys, I gotta ask you something. I guess it's kind of like, don't you think that this is kind of weird about the solar eclipse that's going to be happening? Now, I know from researching the occult and some of the other stuff that there's no way that these people are going to waste a solar eclipse on just it being a solar eclipse if there wasn't some kind of huge meaning spiritually behind it, you know. So, as far as their magic and everything goes, a solar eclipse is supposed to really magnify the power of the magic, you know. So right there, they're gonna be going drooling all over this thing and killing babies and all kinds of stuff, human sacrifices. You know, they love this kind of stuff. And so I was thinking, about the solar eclipse and, looked into all that meaning of it and everything. And so it just happens to happen, on August 21st, which is 33 days away from the Feast of Trumpets of September 23rd. And, okay, I kind of lost what I was thinking about. Coincidences is what I was going to line up. That's why it's kind of weird. There's so many things. So then this also relates to the Revelation 12:5 sign. Where, I mean, this is all talked about in Bible prophecy and in the Bible about, how the sun will be is sackcloth, and so this happens before. And so I'm just putting this out there. If there's an earthquake that happens when the solar eclipse happens, you pretty much know exactly where you're at, because that's exactly how it says it'll happen when the tribulation starts or whatever. It'll be with the sun being blacked out as sackcloth, and I guess there's some kind of huge earthquakes going on. I don't know. So that would just be like the icing on the cake there, that one. But so then I was thinking about other solar eclipses, and this one supposedly is the only one that cuts the United States in half in 99 years. And you look at what the Bible says about solar eclipses, and what it's been taught as solar eclipses where it brings judgment upon a nation. So now this is cutting the whole nation in half right here on this, how it's going through. And it's going through west to east. And so I was thinking, I was like, man, because, I don't know a lot about all this stuff until I research it and find it out. I'm like, I wonder when the next time one of these solar eclipses happen, because it's been a long time. And it just so happens that it is exactly like 7 years, and there's another solar eclipse that happens just like this one, except it comes from the east and it goes to the west, and this one comes from the west and it goes down in the east. So when this solar eclipse is happening, it's going to look like the sun, the black sun, is going to be rising all over the whole United States. It's going to look like a black sunrise the whole time. So there's your black hole sun with Soundgarden or whatever. They may have been talking about something like that. I mean, it's all, everything. What else? There's also a lot of other stuff. The Revelation 12:5 sign, with how the stars line up in the heavens, with the woman who was clothed in the sun with the moon at her feet, and then with maybe the the planet, or not planet, but solar illuminary of something that looks like a planet that we know. is going to be coming in, and it happens to be with the Stellarium programs and everything like that, it happens to just line up exactly where this woman's supposed to give birth in this astronomy stuff. And everything, and they're going to be following this eclipse with fighter jets and stuff, and states have declared state of emergency in different states waiting for this thing to happen. What's going on? It just doesn't make sense. Nothing lines up, and everything, when you connect to the dots the other way, everything lines up with how the Bible prophecy's playing out. The 4 blood moons, that fulfilled something. This is going to fulfill something. August 20 or September 23rd is going to fulfill something on the Feast of Trumpets Day, and it's all and it all happens to be Jesus's, the real things that are not like Christmas and Easter, but like the Feast of Trumpets and the stuff that is holy and good, and it lines up on them days. So that's just like another thing. How can it land on these days? And I don't know, because I don't believe there are coincidences, they're coincidences, and so there are just way too many. Even if it was coincidences, it would have to be a ton of coincidences for it to even, it's insane when you start looking into it. So I don't know, maybe this will give somebody, look into some Bible prophecy on this stuff, the Revelation 12:5 and the solar eclipses. Find out the meaning of the solar eclipses, what it means in the spirit to these occultists and everything, because there's more than just meets the eye to this stuff. So hey, I'll chat with you guys later.